everyone. So I'm trying something new this time. I feel like I'm being pulled to pulling some cards for everyone for this full moon. I feel like this full moon is really powerful already. It's actually tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow particularly September 2nd at 12:22 a.m. So I figured I would pull cards to kind of help along on this journey that we have within the next couple of days. So my intention for going into this was to just give whatever loving messages that needed to be given and spoken in a way that resonates with everyone and can sort of help everyone through this time. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Let me know comments on this. Again, this is my first time doing this. I'm just going to kind of let Spirit take over, let me know what they need. I did pull a few crystals that I feel like I might touch base on, and we'll just kind of get going. So I have my 3 decks with me that I love working with. Healing deck, Soul. This one is the Secret Language of Light, which are soul messages, and then this is the Archangel Tarot deck, which I am obsessed with, as you guys know. So for some reason I feel like I want to start with the soul messages. Like I said, my intention is to just sort of give whatever messages need to come through for this. So while you're watching this, you can set an intention for whatever it is that you sort of just need to receive guidance on. Let's get one more in here. So typically I just sort of shuffle and let whatever needs to fall out sort of fall out. Okay. So the first 2 cards are Divine Feminine and Transformation, which actually this is, I'm going to go ahead and pull one clarifier with the healing card here. It feels very powerful. It feels like a lot of emotions are coming up. One thing I do want to add is this is a full moon in Pisces, which is emotion, and it's a water sign, so it's very fluid, a lot of flowing. Let's get the collective into here. Thank you. Love it. Okay. So I'll sort of show some of these cards closer up as well, but I'll just kind of get started with what I am picking up right now, so which is of course interesting because of the crystals that I pulled. So the first card that I was drawn to is the Divine Feminine, and usually with the Divine Feminine, if you can see the heart center in here, and if you can see all the golden light that stems from it. Now some of the colors that I do pick up in this are the violet colors and those blue colors, which, as I said before, violet is third eye. It's our sight. It's how we see things. It's how we view the world, our reality. It's how we view the next step, how we view our emotions. It's our third eye. Blue is communication. It's our throat chakra. Of course, I pulled an opal, which I feel like all of this working together, the throat chakra and the third eye, a lot of communication stuff that's coming up, and a lot of sight, a lot of clarity coming. I feel like everything that we've been working towards, I would say this cycle that I feel that is coming to an end, or sort of what's transforming, is or has started about 3 months ago. I would say 3 to 4 months ago. The reason why I'm drawn to this golden light is because that means solar plexus to me. That means emotions, that means our stomach, that is a lot of our creativity is there. We hold a lot of tension. I feel like a lot of us might be feeling like stomach aches or a lot of tension in the stomach area towards that like queasiness, that uneasiness. It's a lot of emotion trying to come out and be transformed. So what I actually see is the transformation that this full moon sort of brings in. So it's like that pivotal moment where like we're growing and we're sort of moving forward, and whatever we were working on before and whatever this sort of heart center, whatever our heart and our emotions were telling us, we're really seeing the clarity in it, and we're really understanding what is being transformed, what within ourselves that we have been working on, that we've been sort of working at to try to transform, whether it be subconsciously or consciously. I think a lot of us have been consciously trying to move through these old emotions and these old like belief systems, old like stagnant belief system, and I feel like we're finally coming up. If you can see, there's a lot of, like, I see the world and circles and all of this light. I actually feel like everything is coming full circle. Everything is actually coming together. And if you notice the numerology in this, that's 10, which is 1, the beginning, just sort of manifestation. That's the way that I take that. Now, the clarifying cards that I did pick up were grateful and replenish. So if you notice this one, the grateful, again, there's butterflies in here. I even almost feel like this gives me, I was going to say peacock, and there's peacocks in here. So peacocks, I love this. Peacocks actually symbolize, and so do butterflies, but in particular the peacock is actually said to be given by Kuan Yin, which a few of us work pretty closely with, so they will love this message, that we are, Kuan Yin basically gave a peacock to the earth, let's say the earth realm, and it's actually like a symbolic, it's symbolic for the phoenix. So if you think of the phoenix, when it, rises from the ashes, it's the same thing with the peacock that we have here. Along with the butterfly, this is transformation, and if you see, she's kind of looking up, like she feels really bright. It's all these colors, and there's even a little bridge here, like she's crossing over the bridge to the other side. She's transforming what is within inside her that she felt like she wanted to work on, to transform, to let go, to see the light instead of the darkness. And she's sort of looking up at the transformation, and it's almost like, I also feel like heart-centered, like if you notice the green in the card, it's the heart chakra and healing. It's almost like showing gratitude for that because you've worked really hard, which brings in the replenish card, which again, this is a lot of purple, this is a lot of violet, but notice the white in it. So this actually makes me feel like really new. One thing I want to say is to really up the self-care game, to really up the time to yourself, but also to really focus in on what your mind, body, and soul needs, because I feel like whatever is coming from this, I sort of said this earlier in my card read, but whatever comes from this full moon feels really bright, it feels really light, it feels innocent, it feels new. So I feel like really focus in on, what you're releasing, because, one other way to look at this is when you're releasing something that has been inside of you for, let's say, the past 10 years or 20 years. Now, when you transform that and you release that, now you have this empty space. And now you have this space to really consciously create what you want to fill up with, which brings me into a lot of the white in this, a lot of the fluidity of it, but also her just really taking the rest and the time that she needs, so she knows that she is, that she's really listening to her mind, body, spirit, really balancing out and what it is that she needs at this time, because it feels like I'm immediately drawn to the amethyst. Like, I even want to bring up dreams as well. I don't know if people are having vivid dreams. I know I have, which is why my beautiful friends let me borrow this amethyst for a while. But I feel like pay attention to your dreams, but also make sure you're resting. It's something in connection with dreams. I feel like whoever is having the vivid dreams, or the dreams that you're remembering when you're waking up, I feel like I would write them down. I would date it, what the date is, even maybe if you know the time that you woke up, when that sort of, when you woke up from that dream. And I would really pay attention to that. Another thing I'm kind of being drawn to is Archangel Zadkiel, which is the, he comes in as Violet, actually, for me. That's sort of how I see him, how I know that he's there, but also he signals transformation and unconditional love, and a lot of relationships. So I feel like if you're feeling pulled towards that, I would even tap into Archangel Zadkiel, because he feels directly correlated with this whole full moon, if you ask me. I'm just going to keep going. There's a lot of cards here, so shuffling is a little... There we go. Okay. A lot of balance. Get that out. Oh, interesting. overall feeling that I am getting is I'm really drawn to the Five of Michael, which is releasing. Oh, I understand. Releasing the attachment to what you think it needs to look like. So a lot of the times when we're going through these transformations and when we're going through this like major releasing, we really want to control how the outcome, happens. So say you're trying to transform this relationship, or you're trying to transform, your career, and you're holding in your mind how you want it to be, and you're almost forcing it to look a certain way. It's almost releasing the how of it. So it's not releasing your vision for what you want to hold for it. It's releasing how it comes in. Because as I said before, I think I said this yesterday in the card read, was that the universe is so intelligent. It's more intelligent than our minds can even comprehend. And the way that we are gifted with our desires, and the way that I say like the cookies crumble or the chess game is played or whatever it may be, is so much more unique, and there's so many more pieces to the puzzle than we can actually see. So it's like, again, what's going on behind the scenes. It's all the people that are involved, all the moving pieces that are happening at this time. So it's almost like releasing the how of how you want it to come in, and just knowing that it's coming in. The other one that I'm being drawn to is the Two of Ariel, which, if you can see on this one, he's almost balancing like the yin and the yang sign, and it's the unity symbol. And the reason I bring this up is because it's almost allowing balance to come back into your life. It's almost like allowing yourself to be provided for in a way that maybe you never thought. So maybe like the way that this situation is unfolding and the things that are coming in, allow it to just happen, and allow yourself to accept whatever is sort of coming in, even if it doesn't look the way that you think it is. Because that is Spirit giving you, your heart's desires. Like, you can see the rays of the light that are like shining on him. And another thing is to have fun with it. This one feels like, he reminds me of like almost like the Fool a little bit, like almost like a jokester, just trying to make this fun. We know that transformation, we know that growth, we know all these things sometimes can be very heavy and very dense, and I feel like they're trying to almost reiterate, like, this is an experience, this is the journey, to also enjoy what is happening. On side note of that, this one is 10 of Gabriel. Ask your angels for help to lighten the load. I know one thing that I do is I try to muscle my way through things, and I muscle my way through it so much so that you can even see, like, it looks like a butterfly in the corner, signal of transformation. I try to muscle my way so much through it that I actually exhaust myself, and it's almost like the path of least resistance. I always ask for the path of least resistance. So it's about asking your angels, tap into Archangel Zadkiel, and just ask to see this in a different light. Ask for them to come in and sort of take away some of the heaviness. Ask them to continue to help you on the transformational path. Because this card, this is the Lovers with Archangel Raphael, and this feels like love. This feels like self-love. This feels like acceptance. This feels like actually like being unified with someone else in this relationship. It's bringing your relationships closer. It's bringing them, what's the word? It's bringing them more in balance when we talk about the balance side of it. It's helping you see that the unity of it. It's almost like a growth of maturity in relationships. And it's actually reminding me to reiterate like the importance and the power of your heart, of your love, and how you view love and how you see love. And it's almost like when you are making decisions, and when you are, when we talk about releasing the how of the situation, instead of trying to force it, what if you just chose to feel the love of the situation? So whatever that may look like to you, if it's with a relationship or your career or for yourself, like tap into the loving side of it versus just trying to force a certain outcome. It's like if you were to surrender the how, and you just allow the angels to sort of step in and kind of guide you, I feel like you would feel lighter, you would feel more joyful, you would feel like you could breathe again. I feel like there's a lot of like heaviness in there. So almost just like releasing the control of it and tapping into your heart space, letting your heart really speak for you. I feel like it's really important. I feel like I want to pull. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Queen of Gabriel, passionate, charming, brilliant, and independent. You can do anything. Look at that. I mean, look at the power in it. Like, I love these orange cards because they feel so passionate to me. They feel so powerful. What I'm getting from this is collectively from this full moon, from this transformation, is just your internal passion, your internal power, and independence. I really want to zero in on that independence. I feel like what's coming in is everything that you sort of have been working for that almost felt like an uphill struggle, that I feel like is now sort of coming to this beautiful, almost like unified front. Like, it feels like everything, it's like I see like zipping up your jacket where like everything fits so snugly together. Like you put on a new pair of shoes and it fits like a glove. That's what I feel like you're stepping into. Everything just effortlessly, you're stepping in, and it's this like effortless transformation. The reason why it's effortless is because you've put in the work. You've tapped into these emotions. You've tapped into these different areas of yourself. The third eye, how you view things, how you see things, how you're communicating. You're really focusing in on how you're communicating, how to adjust that. It's not using the same techniques and the same ways as before. You really like put yourself outside of the box and really stepped into this, and you're really like really stepping into this like newer power, but the newer power feels like it's true power. Like it feels like it's always been inside you. You were just removing what needed to be removed. So okay, I want to pull one more here. Let me just see if we can have one more for everyone to kind of wrap everything together. All right, there's two more. Respect and transformation. Again with the violet color, again with this internal power. I mean, look at how radiant she is. I mean, it's like you have every color in here. You have total balance of all the chakras of all of your systems. You have this like newfound power. You can see she's almost like she knows what she's been through. She knows everything that she sort of, all the work that she's been putting in, and it's really like her standing in this newfound power. And like I said, the newfound power is actually like your true power. It's you stepping into you. It's you stepping into your heart space. And the last card is transformation. I mean, you can see all this darkness that has surrounded her, and all she is now focusing on, all that's coming out, is the light. I mean, you can see how bright this is. You can see how how dark things felt. And what she, I feel like it's what she might still be standing in. But if you notice how much more brightness there actually is over the darkness, almost like the darkness is sort of falling away, and this brightness is sort of taking over, which is really beautiful. Again, with the butterflies, it's like perfect transformation. So one thing that I do want to leave you guys with is to focus on self-care, to focus on replenishing. I see a lot of water, drink a lot of water, eat nutritious foods, do everything that you can that really makes you feel like yourself. And even sometimes that can be like eating your favorite ice cream, or like almost treating yourself. I feel like doing something for you to help you really feel alive, to really tap into that joyful, that inner child, that joyful playfulness. And just sort of like sit back and let everything sort of unfold as it is. One other thing I do want to say is full moons, I always love to set intentions. I take out my journal and I set my intentions on how I would love the full moon to go. So what emotions I really want to feel, what I want to release, what I want to allow in, how I want to change the game and sort of live my life from a different space. So I hope this gave you some clarity. I would love to hear feedback. Happy full moon, because I feel like this one is really powerful and really beautiful. So I will talk to you soon. Thanks, everyone.